Mark Buscaino, we've heard a lot of statistics since the storm started this summer. How would you measure the health, the character of our tree canopy in the Washington region?
The the health of the tree canopy actually in the district is fairly good. We monitor every 5 years. We go out with crews. We have 200 plots that are scattered about the city to get a good sampling of data. And 80% of those trees are in good to excellent condition. And, I hear about trees every single year. And the last time we heard about trees toppling over wires in a big way was in Hurricane Isabel. Mm-hmm. And, it's interesting. I'm looking at a report from the PR Newswire. It says, WIT report on Pepco and Connective finalized and available to the public. Utility companies are making significant improvements and pledge to become model utilities in community emergency response. I think what we're seeing today is a repeat of what happened back in 2003. When that WIT report came out, there were certain recommendations that were put out, and I do not believe that they were followed. One was that undergrounding of utilities, and especially main lines, the main feeders, was supposed to occur. I haven't seen that, and from everything I have seen, unfortunately, and it's not to kind of throw things off, but as a for example, in Brookland, 2 years ago, the Brookland community was undergoing a streetscape improvement on 12th Street. The community said, we do not want all the amenities, the benches, the lights. What we do want are the wires undergrounded. We asked Pepco for what the estimate to underground those wires during the street being torn up was, $20 million. We asked for a verification of those facts. We referred to the Public Utility Commission Public Relations Office. And it keeps coming back more and more again. The WIT report says it's $3.5 million a mile. The Edison Institute says $1 million a mile. We continue to put off making our city a model city in terms of reliability and trees. Trees are a part and parcel to the history of the District of Columbia, and I am concerned, as I think a lot of my colleagues are concerned, about cutting back more and more aggressive utility pruning, which can actually lead to more outages because it weakens trees even further.
It is my understanding that a part of that six-part plan that you just discussed, Thomas Graham, does involve putting some lines underground, but those are particular lines that would be crucial to the grid. Is that my understanding?
Sure. Let me address a couple things first. We did follow the recommendations in the WIT report, and a number of improvements came out with the response in a situation like this. Now, regarding undergrounding, we have 14,000 aerial miles of wire. The estimates that I've seen in recent studies that have come out, the cost to underground services is anywhere between $3.5 to $11 million a mile. I'm familiar with the Brooklyn project that was just mentioned. How do you fund that? It's $20 million. Now, typically what will happen is those customers that receive the benefit from the undergrounding of service, they're responsible for that cost. Now, when we're talking about selective undergrounding now, what we're saying is we've looked at tree wire, we've looked at animal guards, we've looked at lightning arresters, we've looked at pre-assembled area cable, we have explored all these options. The last option is the underground service, with the understanding that at some point that service is going to be overhead. But what we're trying to do is eliminate one of the possibilities of a fault. So we'll probably be in an area where there's a high tree density. I'm a D.C. guy, born and raised here. I love the trees. I've lived in Prince George's County, Montgomery County, and the district. It's a beautiful area, but these two seem to have difficulty coexisting. I'm not in favor of cutting all the trees down, not at all, but I am trying to reach kind of a happy median with our customers, with the government. And, to be quite honest, there are some areas that we've worked with that have been dead set against us, and Gabe's been in that community with me, is dead set against us doing right tree, right place philosophy, and that's what we need to do.